What's up, guys? Specstar here today with week 6 of UTL, and I'm going up here against Matt, and this match is a little bit early, so it may be a little bit until my week 7 match, but after that terrible week 4, I've been wanting to cleanse my palate, brush my teeth, get the taste out of my mouth, and get some more battles done here to get that more in the background, because yep, that was a tough one for me to stomach, but we bounced back in week 5, and we're hoping to continue that in week 6 here against Matt, who faced us in the semifinal matchup of MLBA, and that little son of a bitch dodged my meteor mash, so I'm looking to get some revenge here, sweet revenge in week 6 of UTL. And he's got himself here a team consisting of Mega Altaria, Superior, Hoopa Unbound, Terrakion, Floatzel, and that little Chinchino. So basically full out hyper offense. So it'll be probably a pretty interesting match with trades. He's got full hyper offense, and I've got a very, very balanced team with 3 bulkier mons and 3 full out offensive mons. So I'll look over at my team here, scroll up to the top, and this time I'm going to remember to fix the camera angle. Not like last time, this time I will. I've got here, starting off, I've got a Mega Glade. I've got just enough speed for Hoopa Unbound, and I'm max attack Adamant. I could have put a lot more into speed, but I thought in this matchup, a lot of his quicker mons, Glade, just benefited from having bulk against, and I didn't really need to worry too much about speed, I didn't think. I've got Substitute, which allows this thing potentially to further victimize its team because I can force a lot of things out. I can gain my health back with Drain Punch. And Knockoff is covering things like, oh boy. Sigilif was a big one in particular. Metagross was another one. And Ice Punch, of course, covers primarily Mega Altaria. It just hits the rest of his team a little bit better than Poison Jab does. And of course, Drain Punch is just Drain Punch. Don't really need to explain that on a somewhat bulky Mega Glade. Get my health back, deal out some good damage. Next up here, I've got Tangrowth, Assault Vest, which deals with things like a special Hoopa, deals with things like Serp, and it pretty much covers anything Slowbro doesn't. Sludge Bomb both hits Altaria and lets me cover Superior. Knock Off, just knock off. Giga Drain, pretty self-explanatory, and I had Rock Slide for something in particular which did not come, and you know I'm no good for remembering things, but you can trust that it was there for a particular reason. Next up here I've got Slowbro, of course physically defensive. Ice Beam allows this thing to be a reliable answer to any Altaria that's physically attacking. A special attacking set will of course be dealt with by Tangrowth, so I'm not too worried about that. Slowbro will cover physical, Tangrowth will cover special. Toxic again, just Toxic. And Scald, just the spammable move on this mon. These moves, a lot of them need no explanation on Slowbro. Next up here I've got Nidoking. I've got enough speed for Hoopa Unbound to make sure I outpace that. Mega Horn allows me to knock that thing out, and this just helps me deal offensively with a Scarf Hoopa. Earth Power and Sludge Wave, just spammable moves. Fire Blast, I didn't really need a last move on this Pokemon. Earth Power and Sludge Wave kind of got the job done. Fire Blast just kind of made it so that I could hit things like Superior and Metagross without having to make a prediction between Earth Power and Sludge Wave. It's just kind of a mid-ground move to have against certain Pokemon he might bring. There wasn't something too crucial I needed else there, so I thought it was nice to have that option to kind of prevent me from having to make tough predictions at certain points. Now next up here I've got Comfey, and that's kind of mostly here to make Hoopa. I can make Hoopa a little bit less, or a little bit more ineffectual should I say, by making it kind of have to predict Comfey, because already I've got Tangrowth and Slowbro, which kind of deal with sort of Scarf variants, and I imagine it'd be some kind of choice lock, but The moves that it has to hit the rest of my team don't really hit Comfey. It has to kind of predict and go for Gunk Shot if it wants to hit Comfey. That is, if it does have Gunk Shot, which probably it would. And I imagine it would be locked in this game, which is why Comfey just kind of helps me deal with it a little bit more. It also helps me revenge kill things like Terrakion and Altaria, which are sweepers that can get weakened. U-turn was just kind of so... A, it hits Hoopa, which is nice, but that wasn't the main purpose. B, I thought Metagross was definitely going to come, and it didn't, and the U-turn just kind of let me bring this Pokemon in, and then I could hit the Metagross incoming and then bring out my best Mon for that. And lastly, I've got my Lycanroc Day, which is just a designated lead rocker. I'm not a big lead hazard guy, but actually in this matchup my opponent's got almost nothing for hazard control, so I thought it was nice to be able to get rocks up early. I didn't think at any point he'd be removing them, so it was a priority for me to get rocks up early. Endeavor just you know how this thing works, gets weakened down with Sash, and Endeavor can deal out a hit. Taunt was if he wanted to lead Seismitoad, and I could prevent that thing from getting rocks up. And Accelerock, just if something quicker is out while I'm low, I can hit it. And now I'll switch back to the battle, and I of course just want to lead off with my Lycanroc, which is my designated lead. He leads off with Cinccino. That thing definitely takes me out with Bullet Seed. I imagined the whole time it would be Banded. That's kind of my thought process. And I think even if it wasn't, it would definitely bomb me with Bullet Seed. So I'm actually just going to go into Tangrowth here because I'm almost certain he's just going to click Bullet Seed because it hits this and it hits Slowbro. So I'm going to make that play into Tangrowth here. He's going to go for Bullet Seed, and the damage on this is going to tell me that it is most likely banded with a low roll here. And that's where my head's at. I'm just going to click Knockoff, which covers most switch-ins. And with Altaria in, I'm just comfortable to click Sludge Bomb on this thing. If he wants to Toxic me, he can Toxic me. It would be annoying, but it's not going to scare me. He goes for Hyper Voice. I'm content just to click Sludge Bomb. As soon as the thing gets poisoned by the 30% chance, it's no longer roosting up on me. So I'm just going to keep attacking it. He goes for Fire Blast. I'm going to Sludge Bomb him. I have to switch out now, and he is poisoned. So I want to go into a Pokemon that doesn't let it roost up for free. And unlike Nidoking, it doesn't get hit too hard by the Pokemon. So I'm going to go into Comfey here. And he is actually just going to go for, instead of trying to roost up, he's going to go for a Hyper Voice, and that thing is going to go down. So that'll be a passive KO for my Tangrowth there, and it'll get the first KO of the game. Here, Cinccino's going to come out, and Tail Slap definitely takes me out, but Slowbro can take one. And I'm going to go into Slowbro here. Now he sees here that Tail Slap doesn't 2-KO my Slowbro, and I don't think he'd want to just keep attacking me and let me get my health back for free. So I was pretty sure he was going to make an aggressive play here and go into either his Hoopa or his Serperior. More likely Serperior, but probably one of the two. And that's where my head's at, so I'm actually going to make an aggressive play here, predicting him to either go into Serp or Hoopa, and I'm going to go into my Nidoking. And he is actually just going to click Tail Slap, which was pretty unfortunate for me, and my Nidoking is going to go down. I stand by making the aggressive play because I think more often than not he would switch out in that situation, but it's not going to pan out for me. So Nidoking is going to be down, and here I'm just going to want to bring back in my Slowbro on this thing. And now I'm just playing uber safe because I saw he's willing to leave the thing in, and I'm going to click Slack Off. Here he'll bring in Floatzel, and I'm going to go into my Tangrowth just to kind of see what the thing was doing. He goes for a Bulk Up, and anything can Z in this league, so I'm just going to be over careful and scout for a potential Z Ice Punch or something like that and go back into my Slowbro. He will go for a regular Ice Punch, and I just want to fire off a Toxic on this thing. It'll be very nice to wear that thing down. He goes for Crunch. It is not doing enough to my Slowbro, and I am good to just be able to slack off here. And he's going to Bulk Up again here, and I will just go for my slack off. This thing now is actually a little bit threatening, but Slowbro, I can still kind of just slack off here, get my health back, deal with it. But here I actually go for a Skull just to wear it down if he wanted to continue bulking up. That's kind of where my head's at here. And now I actually want to make the play into Lycanroc, because at this point, Lycanroc isn't really that useful to me. And I knew with my Sash I would be able to take a hit and then revenge him with Accelerock, and that's kind of what I was thinking there. So I will take him out with Accelerock, and here he's going to want to bring in his Chinchino, which is a very annoying Pokemon for me. I'll just Accelerock it, get some damage off, try to get in range of some other Pokemon on my team here. And as we've seen throughout the battle, I'm going to want to bring in my Slowbro on this thing. And he's going to unfortunately miss Tail Slap as I just slack off, but I would have been near full health anyway. Almost full, if not full. He goes into Superior, and I'm just going to go for an Ice Beam. Unfortunately, that's going to crit, which is annoying for him, more so than the miss. But I get good damage off on this Pokemon, and Tangrowth is my designated answer to this Pokemon. He's going to go for a Substitute. I'm very comfortable staying in on this Pokemon. I'm going to go right for a Sludge Bomb, and he's actually going to misclick and click Leech Seed, which I don't think he's going to be able to do anything to this Pokemon anyway, but it does suck for him. He would have probably been able to weaken it more after Regenerator. But we were both in this game. We were trying to make it a little bit quicker because we both wanted to watch the Chiefs-Broncos game, so he's going to hit his move too quickly and click the wrong one. And unfortunate for him, he doesn't get to weaken this thing as much as he otherwise probably would have. And he's going to go into Chinchino as I just click my Sludge Bomb again. I'm going to do 40% to it, which is pretty healthy. It's now a roll for my Comfey to be able to take it out, which makes me a little bit more comfortable in being able to deal with it. Comfey looks really nice right now in this matchup. He goes back into Superior. I know I take any hit from this thing comfortably. I'm just going to go right for my Sludge Bomb, take the thing out. Very nice to see that massive threat go down. But speaking of threats, Chinchino's going to come back in. I'm going to go into Slowbro. If he wanted to lock in a Bullet Seed, I could bring Tangrowth back in, so that didn't scare me. He's going to bring in his Hoopa on Slowbro, which is actually a pretty decent threat. I'm going to switch into my Tangrowth just to kind of see what he wanted to go for. And I was thinking he would be some kind of choice set, probably Scarf, but he actually shows to be Z-Snatch, which is pretty interesting. By going into Tangrowth, in most scenarios he'd probably be Scarf, which is what I was thinking, and Tangrowth was a very safe way to scout what he wanted to lock into if he was. And if it wasn't that, I kind of had some kind of contingency plan in the back. This set's actually pretty threatening, so I'm just going to go ahead and attack this. I'm going to try and get it weakened and in range of Comfey and its Drain Kiss, which is kind of where my head's at. He's going to go for Zen Headbutt. Fortunately, won't flinch me. I'm going to Giga Drain the thing. And he'll go for a Hyperspace Fury here and be able to take me out. So here I'm going to want to bring in my Gallade because I calced it, and Gallade can take a Hyperspace Fury even if he's adamant here. So I'm able to just claim a KO with Drain Punch no matter what he does. I'm going to Mega Evolve. He's just going to go for his Fury. Fortunately, does not crit me. That would have been a nightmare. I'm going to Drain Punch him, get all the way up to 64%, which is pretty healthy. This thing's still an answer to Terrakion. He brings in Chinchino. Slowbro's at full health, so I'm able to go into that. He's going to go for Tail Slap. If he did lock in a Bullet Seed, I would have been able to go into Comfey and Synthesize on the thing, so it was safe even if he did that. He's going to withdraw his Chinchino and go back into Terrakion as I'm going to slack off with my Slowbro. He's actually just going to go for X-Scissor, and I imagine this thing's actually going to be a Scarfer once he does go for that. I'm going to Scald him. I'm going to want to stay at a good health, so I'm just going to be able to slack off here. And this turn I will just decide to KO it because I know that I'm out of range of Bullet Seed unless it crits a few times. So I'm able to just leave my Slowbro in here. He goes into Chinchino, and he will go for the bullet seed, and Slowbro is going to be able to take this thing not too comfortably, but not too badly either, and be able to take the thing out with Scald. So we are going to move on to 5-1 plus 17. They're only rebounding after that one game that was not so fun for me. This game is going to be basically the tale of the regen mons. It was basically Slowbro and Tangrowth carrying my team. He had a very offensive and threatening team, but those two did a pretty awesome job being able to switch in on his offensive threats and give some opportunities for other mons, as well as taking damage off his team themselves. So that's going to be it for this battle. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a good night.